TMNT time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, all four of them. I'm not going to stretch this out to more videos. I want to have an overlook at all four. I want to give my thoughts on the designs and the show in general. So, first and foremost, going to give you an overlook of the boxes. First and foremost, we got Leonardo as the Trickster. This is also, by the way, 2018 Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Get it correctly. But we got Leonardo with some bio and the original artwork of the show. Donatello, the Checkers. Yeah, I don't really need to show you the figures. We're gonna have a look at the figures. We got more artwork, more bio, and whatnot. Michelangelo, the wild card. Leonardo the Trickster and Michelangelo the wild card. Yeah, that's I don't know. The wild card. We didn't know what to call him, so we came up with the wild card. And then we got Raph, the muscles. Excuse me. Wow. I'm choking. I'm almost choking on this. So then we got this one finally, and moving on to the actual figures. So, a couple of things to note. This is a Playmates Kids toy, so I gotta be a little bit more easy on them than I am with my regular Figmas and whatnot. So, first and foremost, I want to have a look at size. They all have a bit of a different size. Raph stands at about 12 centimeters, almost 5 inches tall. Mikey, being the smallest one, goes from, well, 11, 4.5 inches tall. And Leo and Donnie seem like pretty much the same. Let's see. Donnie going up to 11.5, really. We're not counting the goggles, so also for a little over 4.5 inches tall, and then just to round it off, have a look at Leo. He stands, yeah, 11, a little over 11.5, a little over 4.5 inches tall. Now, overall look, design, detail of the figures. Gonna start off with Raph because he's the leader now. I don't like that. So I mean, again, I wanna give my thoughts on the show and whatnot at the end before getting too much into it. He does look good though. I mean, he's a lot bulkier. He's gotten the Knuckles, the Echidna treatment, just like they did with Sonic, with Sonic Boom, where Knuckles suddenly got buff. Raph got super buff. He's now a snapping turtle, a lot more reminiscent of Toka, the a villain of the turtles. And there's a lot of red going on. He has the armbands. He doesn't have knee pads. There's some changes in the design. They all look different. They all look more unique to each other, and that's not a bad thing, really. We got some kind of logo in the belt, and the taped hands. Taped hands have really stuck. I think the first time they did taped hands in general was the next mutation. Yeah, he has a smirk on the face, which I really like. Moving on to Michelangelo. They're all smiley, kind of, and that's another thing. The overall expressions, I'm not really sold on that one. For being super wonky in the show, I almost want to say the anime, because it looks a little bit anime with the over-the-top expressions is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, as far as the figures go, they didn't really do that much for it. He has a really weird shell with a spot on it, but again, it looks cool. I don't mind the change so much. I don't really know what's supposed to be the colors in his shell. He has a completely different belt. Doesn't have arm pads at all, elbow pads, but he does have the smiley knee pads and also the taped feet completely in orange, and the big eyes. They all have big eyes also. Again, anime. Then we got Donatello. He has the headgear. He's a little bit more tacked out, and that's, for everybody, for Donnie, it makes the most sense to me. Like, he's the one who's the tech whiz, so I'm completely fine with him making himself some gear, some more bigger knee pads, bigger arm pads, even a fake shell for more protection. He has one under there. Can you take this off? Yes, you can. Can kind of slide it off. I don't know if it's connected, but yeah. He's like a soft shell turtle from what I've heard, because they're all different species. We got the, I don't know which one Mikey was, but the snapping turtle, and he's a soft shell turtle for Donatello. And moving on to not the leader anymore. Not a fan of that. He has the war paint on his face. That's cool, although that would have maybe fit a little bit more for Raph. regardless of that, I don't want to be nitpicky. He has, once again, what is this shell? Nobody has a regular shell. Nobody's like, wow. Also, they all have completely different skin tones, as you've noticed, which is in the show, but has also been a staple for all the TMNT figures all throughout the years. And I also like this belt. Completely blue, nice, colorful, shiny. And overall, as far as the figures go, I mean, I talk more about design and whatnot, but the figures are clean. The mold is nice, the paint job is good, and that's kind of surprising for Playmates. Although we already have some missing paint, like on the hands, where you clearly see that they are molded to be taped, but there is no paint to be seen. And let's see if we have any paint missing. Well, it's mostly like the bandage at the foot that's forgivable. Just want to look at that real quick if they, if they're already missing some paint, because that was one of the biggest gripes of the 2012 line. There's also supposed to be paint over there, so yeah, I don't. The 2012 line was really, really, really bad at some parts, man. Just like, wow, you have clearly given up on putting paint on your figures. But that was later in the line. They started off nicely, so now we're gonna have a look at these guys. Starting off okay, there's some paint missing, but it's not the worst. Let's see where we go from here. So as far as the articulation goes, I can clearly tell you these guys are the best articulated turtles so far. First and foremost, some things never changed, had on the ball joint, but they really molded it nicely. So you got a nice amount of room down tail side side, goes all the way around, and everything else is basically a hinge that's packed in. So you got up and down movement and rotation in the shoulder. Same thing for the elbow, and that rotates, and it also rotates at the forearm. With Leo, it's kind of like more up. They always made the swivel for the hand. It kind of complements the design, is what I'm trying to say. Because here it's cut up. With Leo, it's cut up a little bit higher for the glove. So they put the swivel in there, and I like that. Nothing in the torso. Then the legs, more hinges with rotation. This time not at an angle because they pegged it in straight, so I'm really appreciating that. We got some pretty ugly knees. Don't really like the part where just like you have some turtle meat sticking out there. Also, limited rotation in the knees. It would go all the way around, but it probably will break off after a while, so I wouldn't play around with that too much. And then the foot, same thing, rotation, back and forward movement, and that's really it. So for the accessories, obviously because it's 4 figures, there's a lot of accessories. So first and foremost, they all come with this. All turtle has 4 of these Ninja Style shuriken. Well, not really shuriken, but they all have this except for Donatello, who only has 1, but everybody else has 2. Then we got Mikey with the skate. Wow, I was like, there's 2 skateboards, so I was confused. Even though this is clearly orange, but this is Mikey. Has a turtle logo. Has stickers also to apply. And I want to take a quick break to appreciate that. I love stickers because it's so nostalgic. And I'm not saying they're doing this for the adult collector, but I love putting on stickers. I mean, I love doing it back in the day. That's not true. I always told my sister to do it because I was horrible at it and I didn't have patience, but now I'm kind of missing it. So then we got not nunchucks. We got a ball and chain and a ball and boxing glove? Yeah. All like in a see-through orangey plastic. It looks alright. And then we got, I don't know what you call this weapon. It's again not a nunchuck. There's a name for that, but I'm not well versed in Japanese weapon. We got another skateboard. This time for Leonardo, because they're both the trickster. They're both the funny guy now. See-through plastic, and then we got an energy sword with again see-through blue plastic. It looks good. The mold is nice, and we got 1 regular sword. Looks like more like a pirate sword. It doesn't look like the traditional katana blade. And then for Donatello, we got the energy bow staff. Has kind of flames coming out of it. I like that one. Good look. And then we got a teched out bow staff. Again, he's a tech whiz, which is bent, but that's all right. Yeah, looking good. And a drone, which has kind of a shell. It looks like a turtle. Yeah, you can put that on his back. I forgot about it. That's why you have the clamps. And finally, for Raph, you have size. Just kidding, Tonfas. Raph now has Tonfas. Again, kind of like a throwback to the next mutation where Mikey had Tonfas, for whatever reason. And he has the Flame Fist accessory for Raph once more. Soft plastic, just gonna put that over his fists. And let's see how that all looks when I put it on the turtles. So finally, here's the group shot, and a couple things to note. The fists are super easy to put on. Kind of stability issues with Leo, he doesn't hold his sword that well, but everybody else is working nicely. Also love the clamped on backpack for Donnie. And overall, the added articulation adds a lot to the figures. And I gotta give Playmates kudos for that, for really stepping up the game articulation-wise. Now, overall, final thoughts. First and foremost, I'm gonna give you the final thoughts of the figures. And I said first and foremost like a million times in this video. I'm sorry. I know, every time. I need to slap myself now every time I say first and foremost again. Ow. Okay, anyway, figures itself, they're great. Overall, the design, it's hit and miss here and there. The accessories are great. You got a lot of them. The articulation is perfect. Just the best articulated turtles so far from Playmates. Don't come at me and be like, oh, NECA's way better. I know, but that's NECA. That's a different thing. And now, my thoughts on the TV show. I hate the new TV show. I don't like the new TV show. I think they're all the same. They don't have their distinctive, really personalities anymore. Making Raph the leader doesn't make any sense, because when they announced it, I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna change Raph up a little bit. But no, he's still the hothead. He still just charges into battle, which is great quality for a leader. Who came up with that? Oh yeah, probably Splinter. Have you seen Splinter in the show? He looks horrible, and he just sits there on his ass and watches game shows. So that's a clear downgrade from the once wise master that they had. But yeah, the jokes are corny. The designs, I'm really torn on the designs. Some things I like, some things I hate. But I don't want to be here for the next 10 minutes explaining to you. The show, I don't like the show because, yeah, it's for kids. Your nostalgia? Of course it's my nostalgia. If you want to make something completely different, make something completely different. You don't need the TMNT name to do that. And that's my point on it. That's my view on every rebooted kids show from the 80s or 90s. It's just, to me, it's Hollywood and the people working on these new cartoon shows that don't have any more ideas. Well, maybe they have ideas, but they don't have the balls to make a new show. Instead, they drag in an IP like TMNT, like She-Ra, like Thundercats, and I could go on and on and on. But I'm gonna stop right here. I'm just gonna say I still have an eye on the show. There's glimpses, like small glimpses of it might be okay, but at the end of the day, I don't really care that much anymore. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, really, I'm just gonna go back to the shows I like, and I'm just gonna watch this every now and then and be like, whatever, it's not great, but could be worse, could be coming out of their shells. Or the third movie. Alright. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever the TMNT wants.